Welcome back to our search to find the best Minecraft launcher in existence. It is already episode number 6 of the launcher test. And even though we've already checked out the majority of the most popular launchers for Minecraft, the series is still nowhere close to ending. Choosing a best launcher doesn't mean checking out the 5 most popular ones and then calling it a day. If anything, that only gives you a very limited view of what's actually out there. So the series moves forward. And in today's episode, we're gonna have a look at the X Minecraft launcher, also known as XMCL. Now, I am gonna be an annoying YouTuber for a bit, because I'm gonna slam this picture of a YouTube play button in your face. And also a picture of my YouTube analytics. Bam, there it is. 86.1% of my daily viewers is not subscribed to my channel. That is such an unbelievably huge amount. At the same time, we are so close to hitting the 100,000 subscribers here on the channel. So do make sure to double check if you're actually subscribed. There's a big chance you think you are, but in reality, you might still not be. It would help me out a tremendous amount. And here it is, XMCL, also known as the X Minecraft launcher. Now, this is the first Minecraft launcher I had personally never heard about before starting this series. All the previous ones we covered, I at least recognized their name, but this one is completely new to me. So let's see what this launcher is all about. Now, this is the menu you will get to as soon as you log in for the first time. It is very interesting that it says 1.20.6 over here. I mean, it is very clear that I do not have this version of Minecraft installed currently, but 1.20.6 is not even close to the newest version of Minecraft currently. Now, it kinda looks like the launcher has just not received an update for a bit, but I'm not really sure on that. Now, the first thing I want to say and call out straight away is that there seem to be no ads. That is amazing. Also, visually, it does look really great. Something I noticed too, before I started recording, is that I can reshape this window and everything will just shift and move to fit whatever window size you choose. That is really clean and nice. Now, here on the left side of our screen, we have a few buttons to click on. There's a back button at the top, which currently does nothing, as we're not inside of a menu we can back out of. Now, the button beneath that is the My Stuff button. And this button will take you to a menu where on top, you will see all of the newest Minecraft news. And beneath that, you will see your currently installed instances. Now, once again, like we saw before, I don't have 1.20.6 installed. I don't know why it keeps popping up. I don't have this installation. It doesn't exist. But I guess this launcher just wants to show something. So it's just popping in the quote-unquote latest version of Minecraft here, even though this is not the latest version. Now, this news section over here seems to be specifically related to Java Realms. So here we got the June Java Realms update. Then here we got the one for May, the one for April, and it just goes back in time like that. I guess it is great that only Java Realm updates show up here, because of course, for a third-party Minecraft launcher like this, it doesn't really make sense to, for example, show Bedrock news. It's not like you're gonna be able to use that information anyway. Now, there is a little eye icon here in the top right, which it kind of seems like this just shows you a highlighted news article. Why this one from April specifically is highlighted, I have no clue, but luckily we can just hide it. Now, the button beneath My Stuff is a Modpack market, and this seems to be your Modpack browser. Oh, what is that? Okay. We can simply scroll through here and find modpacks from both CurseForge and Modrinf. It shows a little Modrinf or CurseForge icon depending on which platform the modpack is actually being hosted on. You're able to just scroll and explore some of the most popular modpacks on both of these platforms. There is also a sort section here on the right, so we're able to choose a game version, and it's good to see that 1.21.8 is available here. So the launcher does allow you to download the latest version of Minecraft, but for some reason it still shows 1.20.6 here. I really don't know why it's doing that. And we can also choose the mod loader, and of course the 4 most popular ones are here, and then we got a bunch of different categories available. It's great to see that both categories for CurseForge and Modrinf are here. So if I would only select an optimization Modrinf category, then now I will only get Modrinf modpacks. But if I would add a CurseForge category to there, then those modpacks will start showing up as well. Now, there's also a search button here on top, so that's always good to have. But we don't need to do a lot of scrolling, because on page number 4, there it is already, Performium. So we're simply gonna click on here, and it seems like it will straight away away take you to an embedded version of the Modrinf page. So here we have a bunch of information about the project itself. You can even see project members, which is cool. And then when we scroll down even further, here we simply have an embedded version of the actual page and all the information it shows on it. I'm kind of wondering now if CurseForge modpacks have this as well. So let's simply click on a CurseForge modpack, and it seems like it does. We also have a project member here, we got information about the project itself, and then when we further scroll down, we get an embedded version of the CurseForge page. So that is really nice. I love how this launcher kinda tries to blend these two separate platforms together to provide one simultaneous experience. That is really nice. Now going back to Performium, let's simply click on install. Over here, we're immediately able to choose a version. We can even see if it is a beta, an alpha, or a release. We can also choose different mod loaders and game versions and statuses. Oh, that's nice. I love that they have the functionality. But let's simply go for the latest version. Let's click on it. Let's then click on install. And there we go. Look at that. Man, I really like the design of this launcher. It looks very, very clean. This whole section over here kind of reminds me of Steam a bit, where you can see playtime, what game it is, what version you're running, just like on Steam, but also the little loading bar over here, and then the play button and this arrow. Call me crazy, but that reminds me a lot of Steam, which is a good thing, because Steam is great. But here it is. Performium is successfully installed. Here on the left, we can see all the different mods we have installed. It will simply say the first letter of the name, which is quite interesting. I would actually love for it to show the profile picture of the mod you have installed. I think that would be very, very cool. But the first letter of its name is fine as well, I guess. Now, when we click on manage mods, here we will actually see all of the different profile pictures. So they are there. And over here, we can simply manage them. So we can delete them, we can reload them, we can change its version, and even see the full Modrinf description. So that's pretty cool. Now over here we can also manage saves, and for some reason it is not showing up anything here, but it seems like it should. What if I change it to download count? Follow count? What if I select an older version? Oh, wait. Something is showing up and it's gone. Okay. There are just no parkour maps. Oh, look at that. Survival works. Creation works. For some reason, on default, it is on a parkour category, which doesn't seem to exist anymore. Or at least something has changed along the way, and because of that, parkour maps are not showing up. But if we choose for a survival map, then it is actually showing up. That is really awesome. So I guess we can just click on the map. For example, World 2D, and I guess we can just click on install, and there we go. Wow, that's really great. So currently we have one save over here. Now we can of course do the same thing for shaders. So we can just go and install a shader pack for whatever version we want and for whatever mod loader we want. So either Optifine or Iris shaders. So if I search for Bliss, then I will be able to find it, install it, and there we go. Very nice, very clean. Now of course, same thing goes for resource packs. So I can install Barebones. There we go. Click install, and we're good to go. Okay. Now scrolling down, we can find some more information about the mod pack. We can see the downloads and followers. We can also see the current and past versions. We can easily downgrade with a simple button if that is something which we want to do. And if we're ready to boot, we can simply click on launch, and look at that. Oh, that's clean though. I gotta say, visually, this launcher looks really great. The design is nice. The animations are nice. It is very, very clean. You can exactly see for how long you've played it. 40.45 seconds. Yes, that's my playtime. Now we do have a few more settings here at the top, so we can also easily export our mod pack. We can see logs and crash reports, so that is extremely useful. In case something crashes, or you simply want to have a look at the logs, you can over here. Then we can also show the game folder, which will simply open up the folder of your instance. And then here we can change the base settings. So stuff like the icon, the Minecraft and Fabric version, the version of Java it should use, you know, just stuff like that. Now, of course, we don't have to install a mod pack from the Modpack market. We can also simply click on plus to create a new game, which will allow us to enter a name, author and description, then a version of Java, and after that we can just choose for any version or mod loader that we want. For some reason, it is also putting 1.20.6 as the default option here, even though 1.21.8 is just available. I don't know why that's the case, but that seems like an easy fix that they should totally implement. Now something we even have is a multiplayer on LAN option here in the bottom left. So this basically allows you to host a single player world and make it so that your friends can join. So you know how in Minecraft, if you're in a single player world, you have an option which says open in LAN? Well, that makes it so that others on your own local network can join that Minecraft world. But if your friends are not connected to the same router as you, because they don't even live in the same city, then with this setting here, you can make it so that your friends can still join your single player world. So you can simply create a group. It will then give you a group ID, and that group ID you need to share to your friend, who can then insert it here, and after that they should in-game be able to see your LAN worlds. That is really cool stuff. Basically neglects the use of Essential or E4MC. Really cool stuff to see, I love that. Now of course we also have global settings here in the bottom left, where we can just change some general settings, like language, the store location, if streaming mode should be enabled, which I'm actually gonna enable because that does sound handy. Then we have some network settings over here, also global instance settings, and then we can update the launcher through here. Now this is actually really interesting. It seems like I'm currently not on the latest version, even though I just downloaded this launcher from the only download button available on their website. So for some reason, the downloader on the website doesn't give you the latest version of the launcher. So what if I click on download and install? Will it then start suggesting 1.21.8 to me instead of 1.20.6? I guess we should find out. Nope. Nope, still 1.20.6. It's just the best version. It just is. You can't argue with that. Now we also have some appearance settings we can change. So we can have the default layout or a focus layout, which I don't really know what the difference between these. Oh, I dislike that a lot. Now we're going for default. Default looks great. We can also choose between light and dark theme, and no worries, I'm not gonna show you light. I won't do that to you. And then over here we can choose the theme color and blur. And this seems really promising. So for every single thing, we can choose a color. The app bar, the sidebar, the primary color. Can we really customize all of this? Oh, we can! No way! Yes! That is so cool! I just changed the primary color to Casa Serra Purple. Oh, I love that! Look at that! So now the primary highlight color will be that purple. That looks so clean. And we can even change the app bar. I'm kinda scared to change this one, honestly. Ooh, okay, yeah. That is something else, but it's cool that you can change it like this. Okay, so let's make it pink. And then the sidebar. Oh no, it is not getting any better. But we could also just make it black. We could black out the whole thing. If you want a more darker launcher, then that is something you can totally do. We also got the card color. I don't really know what this changes. You're gonna set it, it's gonna make it really bright. Oh no, what have I done? No. Go back. Let's just make that pure black as well. And then the background. Yeah, okay, so that's just the background. We could also black that out. And then we have a warning color, which I guess, it's a warning. We should just make it red then. And the arrow color, I maybe make the same red. Okay, we got something. I love how they allow you to customize everything. That is so cool. Wait, and you can even change the background type. Show special effects on the background. So we can set an image. We can also set particles. Oh, look at that! My whole background is animated now. Yo, that is cool. But so we can also just choose an image if we want. We can choose halo. Oh, look at that. It's just another effect. That's nice. And then there is video too, which I guess you can just select any video and then it will play on the background. I love that. Now even things like the font we can completely customize, and it seems like we can even choose a background music. They really allow you to customize every single detail of this launcher. That is so cool to see. Now something which I also want to have a look at is if I can change my skin and my cape through this launcher, which you guys know is a feature I'm really looking for. Some launchers we've had a look at have this functionality, like Prism. AT only allows you to change your skin, but doesn't allow you to change your cape. MultiMC did have the functionality, but the whole feature just seemed broken. So let's see if XMCL can do it. Oh, and it totally can. Wow, that is some good stuff. So we can add another account, which is always good to see. We can have multiple in the same launcher. We can simply change our cape by selecting another one over here. So if I click on home and then we click on save, then now it's done. I am now wearing the home cape. Look at that. See me running. Oh, wait. My skin should be slim. There we go. And it seems like I can, yep. By clicking on this pencil, we can select a file and then change our skin. Wow. That is so super nice. I absolutely love that. Now, aside from that, there are a few more cool things here at the top. So over here, we can see all of the currently running tasks, which is really nice. So if you're downloading a bunch of mods or you're installing some new mod packs, then here you can see that it's actually downloading those. We can also click on help, which will then open a little tutorial where it tells you where to do what. So I guess that's cool if you're new. And of course, we also have a feedback button, which allows you to generate a report and then share it through whatever channel you want. And what's also something interesting to take a look at is this arrow over here. And this actually allows us to launch a local host server, which is so cool. So with this current mod pack I have installed, I can launch a local host server by just clicking on this button. And I'm also able to create a shortcut. So if I don't want to launch XMCL every single time I want to boot the game, I don't have to. I can simply create a shortcut just like this. There it is. Now, about launching a local host server, this is actually really cool. So when we click on here, we can choose a server MOTD, we can choose the port it will be hosted on, and also the amount of maximum players. We can choose if we want to create a new world or one of the worlds currently included in this instance. So this world we downloaded earlier, I can simply select it, and then this is gonna be the server's world. And down here, we can select all of the mods we want included. So it is automatically excluding, for example, Resourcify and Zoomify because they are client-only mods. But mods that also support servers, it will automatically include. Now let's say there are certain mods that are included by default, but you don't actually want them on the server. We can simply unselect them, and then you just agree to the EULA, click on boot, and you're good to go. That is so cool. I have to be honest, I am really impressed by this launcher. It has surprised me big time. And what is also really surprising me is that this launcher is not more popular because it has so much functionality and it does everything really well. It allows you to easily download mod packs from both Modrinf and CurseForge. It also allows you to download resource packs, shader packs, worlds and mods all through the launcher itself from both platforms. You can also easily change your skin and your cape. You can create shortcuts. It allows you to create a group so your friends can join your single player LAN server, and it even allows you to create a local host server from any instance you have available. That is so unbelievably cool. You're also able to customize every single detail when it comes to this launcher's appearance, so all of the colors, the font, the background, and you can even add music if you want. I'm kinda surprised this launcher is not more popular than it is, because it does so much. And of course, during all of these videos in the launcher test series, I'm always missing out on some features. Most of these videos are my first impressions, and we just go over the launcher and check what it can do and what it's all about. So I will most likely miss something. But from what I can see, this launcher in terms of functionality definitely rivals Prism. In the server department, it even does more than Prism. And Prism is a launcher that people love, partly because of its functionality. Definitely the launcher which has surprised me the most in this series so far. Do let me know in the comments down below which launcher you would like me to see cover in the next episode. And with that being said, that's gonna be it for today. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. Thank you so much, channel members. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, see you later, bye bye!